Hello, hello, Genial Gamer Gal here, and I am back with another video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at my Nintendo 64 games collection. It's not too big. I have around maybe 25 or 30-ish games, somewhere around in there. And we're going to jump right in, take a look, and see what I have so far. The first game is Chronicles, the first Mage. And I haven't played too much of this game. I didn't have it growing up, so some of these games I decided to grab during my adulthood and wanted to play them, and this was one of them. So, RPG style game, and I like it, but I mean the graphics haven't aged too well. I found myself going through this game a little bit and I don't know, some of the 3D aspects, like you can't tell, it's really odd. Like I couldn't tell if I could go around a corner or not. Some of the 3D graphics on the wall were a little odd. Like, I don't know, it was kind of hard to figure out which route to take. It was almost like a maze, but you couldn't really see. It was weird. But in any case, it's still a fun game. I haven't finished it, but I do want to because it really is fun. It's a pretty fun game. And I do have all my games in these plastic protectors, by the way. Sort of a dust cover and to protect the labels because I have pets, so I like to protect my games from their fur. Next game is Blast Corps, because who doesn't want to run through the game and bulldoze buildings and blow them up and stuff? And I did play this a little bit during my teenage years when I had this system, and it's pretty fun to just kind of mow things down. Banjo Kazooie, and this I actually did not own growing up, but I did have a friend that had it, so back in the day when you swap games and stuff, we kind of traded off and I played this one, and it is a lot of fun. I really do like Banjo Kazooie. I haven't played too much of this. I need to get back into it, and this is the first one, and I do not have the second one yet. Prices for retro games have been going up a little bit because of supply and demand from a certain quarantine, so I'm kind of holding off on purchasing a lot of my heavy hitters that I want. I'm hoping maybe the prices will come back down, but we'll see. I hope it evens out a little bit. Clay Fighter 63 1/3. No, it is not the really expensive one. That is Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut. And I just wanted one of them, and this was the cheaper one, so I picked that up. I actually think I got it in a lot, so that's why I had it, and I decided to hold on to it. It's pretty much a fighting game, just a standard fighting game, but it just kind of, you know, claymation stuff just kind of interested me, so I kind of just hung on to it for that reason. Diddy Kong Racing! And yes, you have to say it exactly like that. I mean, just your racing game, I mean, made by Rare and stuff, and I don't really have too much to say about it. I mean, it's, you know, not like, wow, but it's still a really fun racing game to play with friends. I did grow up playing this racing game. I actually I don't think I had Mario Kart. I can't remember. I don't think I did, though, growing up. We traded so many games, I kind of forget what I owned and what I didn't. But unfortunately, these are not the games from my childhood. I had to rebuy them. So yeah, another story entirely. But yeah, Diddy Kong Racing, a fun racing game. I think you can play, yeah, like an airplane. There's like a few different vehicles you can get. But yeah, just a straight up fun racing game. Donkey Kong 64. Another one I did not have during my childhood. I actually did not play this at all, I don't think, until, you know, when I recently picked it up in adulthood several years back. But this game does require, I think you needed the system to have a little bit more memory. It needed like a special memory pack or something. And I did play this a little bit. It is fun. I do have to get through this and play this though, because I have not beaten it to the end like a lot of my games. I know. I mean, there's so many games I have and so many I need to play, and unfortunately I don't have that much time. Yeah. Thanks, adulthood. Excitebike 64. Just your standard dirt bike racing game. Don't have too much to say about that one. F-Zero-X, because I just need to own all the F-Zeros. I mean, this was like, gosh, like the pinnacle of the racing games on the systems back then, so it's kind of a shame that they don't make them anymore, but F-Zero-X, it was on the N64, and I just had to grab this one because I had honestly never played this one. I always played the SNES one a ton. So I grabbed that one just to have it so I could play it. GoldenEye 007. I mean, who didn't play this game on the N64? I was absolutely terrible at this game, but I did like to play it. It was fun. So I did have to grab it again. Childhood memories. Jet Force Gemini. I didn't play this too much. I'm pretty sure we swapped games with a friend for this one, so I didn't play it too much. But playing it in my adult years, I feel like the controls are a little clunky, but I didn't play it too much in my teenage years, so I can't really compare it. But I do want to get back into this one because it is really fun, even if it does feel a little bit clunky. Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. Another one I did not get to play back then, so I decided to grab it and have it in my collection during my adulthood. And I have not had a chance to play this yet, so I really don't have too much to say about it. But, I mean, a lot of the Kirby games are awesome, so you really can't go wrong. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And this does have, I don't know if you can see through the plastic, but, and the name escapes me of that now, where it kind of has the different pictures in it. But anyway, this I got in a lot when I actually bought the N64 system, and Majora's Mask is not my favorite. I know, it's just a little too creepy for me. Still creepy for me. I played it back then and I played it now, and it's just a little creepy. I do want to play it through because I have never played it through. I just need to suck it up and get through it, honestly. But definitely something I need to play through for sure. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I mean, arguably the best Zelda game. Arguably, because I know everybody has their different opinions and stuff, but I mean, this is a really good Zelda game. So if you have not played Ocarina of Time, you definitely need to pick this up and play it. Not for the N64. I think there's actually a remake on the 3DS. So, I mean, either way, just grab one of them and play through it. It's really good. Mischief Makers. I've heard this recommended time and time again as kind of a hidden gem. I have not gotten around to playing it, so it just sits in my backlog of games. Mystical Ninjas starring Goemon. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I honestly have no idea. I heard this one was a pretty good one too, but unfortunately you can see I have a little bit of label damage there. Just a little fading or something with the colors, but the game works fine, so I wasn't too upset when I purchased it, but it happens with the labels and stuff. Nothing can really do about it too much. But this one I heard was good. I have not played through this yet, and I think there's a second one or something on the system, but that one is hard to find and is expensive, so I'll probably just be sticking with the first one. Paper Mario. Oh my goodness, where do I start? I absolutely love the Paper Mario series, and the Paper Mario on the N64 is no exception. I love this game. If you have not played it, you definitely need to play it. So there you go. Super fun. And I also can't wait for the one in the Switch to come out. I am so excited. Perfect Dark. Gosh, I haven't played this in ages. And I remember playing, I think there was like a multiplayer deathmatch or something that my brother and I used to play all the time. But I don't remember too much about the game. I don't know if I played that one too much. This was more my brother's game, and I just kind of played the multiplayer with him. But I definitely have to run through the game because it's actually a really good game from what I hear. Pilot Wings 64. I played a ton of Pilot Wings on the SNES, so I just decided to pick up the one for the N64. Pretty much you're just dropped off from the sky out of a plane and you have to land on a target. So, I mean, that's pretty much the basis of it. I'm sure there's some other things in this one that I don't know about because I haven't really played it, so, but that's pretty much basics. Quest 64. I have not played this. I think I got it in a lot, and I haven't had a chance to check it out yet to see what it's all about. So at some point, I will do that. Rayman 2: The Great Escape. Rayman games are a lot of fun. This one I've played a little bit, and I do enjoy it. I really have to get back into it, though, because I haven't finished that one either. I know. I should just change my channel to haven't finished any of my games. But, I mean, there's so many games to play and not enough time to play them in, unfortunately. I know I said that 800,000 times, but just because I don't have time to play them doesn't mean I don't like to collect them still. So, at some point they will be played, I promised, or at least finished. Maybe I should just set a goal to at least play each and every one of them and then work on finishing them. I don't know. Starfox 64. I absolutely love Starfox 64. I played this a ton when I was a kid. And oh my goodness, the jump from the SNES to the N64 was absolutely amazing. I absolutely love this game. So much fun. Even in adulthood, absolutely love, 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 love it. Super Mario 64. Another one I absolutely love, love, love. Coming from, you know, NES and SNES systems that were 8-bit, 16-bit, and 2D, to a Mario game that was 3D was just mind-blowing at the time. And I played this game a ton, absolute ton. And I actually never got all 120 stars until I was an adult. I played this a lot. I keep saying kid, but I think I was a teenager when the system came out. But played this an absolute ton, but never really worked on the 120 stars till I was an adult. So yeah, I mean, you know, I got there though, eventually. Super Smash Brothers. Gosh, this is pretty much what started the series. So if you have not played Super Smash Brothers, you definitely need to. And there's not as many characters on it as there are now. There's like 1 million in these games that are coming out. But Super Smash Brothers, nope, not too many. I honestly can't remember how many there are. I want to say there was like 8 or 10 or something like that. And you don't have all of them in the beginning. You have to unlock some of them. But my brother and sister and I, we spent hours playing this game. So much fun to play. especially when you have a bunch of friends over. Tetrisphere, one of my more recently acquired N64 games, probably like several months back. This, I love puzzle games and I love Tetris, so I decided to grab this game. It is like, I don't want to say 3D Tetris, it's pretty much a spherical game of Tetris. So everything's on a sphere, and I didn't play it too much. I kind of just popped in to test the cartridge. I don't have my N64 connected. It's kind of a connect it to test it and then disconnect it. But if you like puzzle games, this is pretty good. And it's not too expensive either, so that helps too. And the last game on my pile is Yoshi's Story. Another recently acquired game. I have not played Yoshi's Story, and I had to grab it on the N64 because I played a little bit on the SNES, and it was more like Yoshi's Island. I'm not honestly sure if Yoshi's Story is similar to the Yoshi's Island games. I honestly do not know, because I haven't played this yet, so we'll figure it out. But Yoshi's Story, had to grab it. I mean, it's a game with Yoshi in it. How can you go wrong? Okay, so that wraps up my N64 game collection here. So let me know your thoughts on the games that I have collected so far, and let me know what I should be adding to my list. As always, thanks for watching, and have a good one. Hey, thanks for checking out my video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at GenialGamerGal. Also, be sure to check out other gaming videos on my channel, including collections, pickups, unboxings, reviews, and news. I'll see you in the next one.